So there's some questions kind of about our National Security Council memo. So tomorrow we're going to do the National Security Council mock simulation. Everybody should have like kind of like a memo. All right, and those instructions can kind of be found here about how to write the memo. They don't need to be like in detail, in great detail at all. Okay, so if I go to the National Security Council page, whatever my case library is, there's this section, which you can skip over. Then there's the case notes, and in the case notes it talks about like the issue, which you should know about what the topic is, a little bit of background, but then particularly the role of the United States, right? One of them I think has a little bit more in detail, but it's in here where you have like the role of the United States. So if you click on the role kind of like of the United States, what you guys are going to see is that it gives kind of like a background on what our point is, and then specifically like what options we have. So in this case, we could negotiate with North Korea, reasons why. We could launch a preventative military strike, reasons why. And we could basically accept North Korea nuclearization, all right, and their capabilities and so on and so forth. You need to decide which one is best, all right, and why. And you do that in like a memo, all right? And inside of the memo, here are the memo instructions, okay? So the first part of the memo kind of says, what is a memo, blah, 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 and then gives you like your position, you know, sample, right? So in your sample memo, first thing you do is outline briefly, like what is the issue, and give me some background of it, which is found again in the background. What are the objectives? So like for that North Korea one, it would be like, you know, concerned over, you know, preventing North Korea from getting nuclear weapons, or how to make sure this doesn't become a larger issue, whatever the objectives are. And then what are the options and the good, bad, and ugly for each one? So you outline what options there are, right? The ones you want. You don't have to do all three or two, whoever recommended in your, you know, the ones that you think are good and what's good or bad about them. And then your recommendations. So those kind of like 4 parts, okay? Right? So 1, background. 2, objectives. 3, opinion, or options, excuse me, and analysis. And then 4, kind of like your opinions and why. And so when we do the actual thing tomorrow, all right, the way that it's going to operate is everybody will be seated around the table, all right, and you just stay in your role, okay, and listen. And basically, round 1, each person has, it says 2 to 3 minutes, but for us it's going to be like a minute, you know, 2 to 3 minutes about, you know, what you want to say, like what are your objectives, so on and so forth, and then like 30 seconds to kind of clarify what is part 2 of that problem. And then 3, like why you think it's something. And your job is to kind of disagree with me. Your job is to kind of effectively tell me, you know, what it is that we should be doing. Have fun with it. Like whatever it is, like, you know, Mr. President, we need to be doing this. And if you're assigned a specific role, like Secretary of Energy, you can throw in like, you know, how it's concerning of energy policy or how it's concerning of this. But in the National Security Council, if anybody objects to the president's ideas, if I say, hey, we're going to blow this country up, you guys need to say, like, I object and why. You're looking to defend those things. All right. Hopefully that helps. All right. Clarifies it. And good luck. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.